right, we're back to see who is going to play Iga Swiatek in tomorrow's quarterfinals of the Korea Open. Raducanu, Krejcikova, 2 Grand Slam champions, 2 champions from 2021. They both won the Slam in 21 unexpectedly. Krejcikova's gone on to win Wimbledon, of course. Raducanu trying to get a couple of more trophies to her cabinet, but she's been all right, Raducanu, lately. I know everyone likes to dunk on her for no reason, but she's been okay. She's just had terrible draws, and this is one of them, where she just gets to play against the best players in the world early in the tournament, which is a little bit unfortunate, but she has been beating the players she should beat, and that's the main thing. Over the last... Since Eastbourne, where she lost... Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to go all the way back to Indian Wells, where she lost to Uchiyama in the first round, which was a terrible loss in hindsight. She then went on to play Miami. She lost to Pegula. She lost to Kostyuk in Madrid. She lost to Gauff in Rome. She lost to Collins in Strasbourg. She lost to Swiatek at the French Open. She lost to Zhang in Queen's Club. She lost to Joint in Eastbourne, who went on to win the whole thing. She lost to Sabalenka at Wimbledon. She lost to Kalinskaya in Washington. Anisimova in Montreal. Sabalenka again in Cincinnati. And then Rybakina at the US Open. So that is just terrible luck, I think. And now she's playing Krejcikova, winning to play Swiatek. So again, another tournament where she's going to have to play a very difficult opponent and try and get through to the next couple of rounds. So she's been doing all right, Raducanu. She's just coming up against these superstar players or these very difficult players who then go on to win the tournament once they beat her anyway. So, yeah, it's a weird one. But her ranking doesn't lie. She's, in the top 40. Top 30, she's going to have to start beating some of those, players in the 20s. But she's been having a good season. And had she been down the bottom half of the draw, maybe this could have been different. But top half of the draw stacked. Raducanu's part of that. Here we are. So let's see how this goes. Raducanu did struggle yesterday physically with the match, but she did get through, so that's all that matters. Krejcikova is going to be another level up. Never played before. This is the first time meeting. Schedule's out. Yep. So like this time tomorrow, we'll watch Swiatek versus the winner of this match. So yeah. Yeah, top half's crazy, yeah. Bottom half is very, very open. Even more so with Dasha going down. By the way, we've got Japan taking on Great Britain as well, happening in the Billie Jean King Cup, so we'll keep an eye on that. Also, Italy, Ukraine are going to be in the semis tomorrow. And then you've also got USA versus the winner of Japan and Great Britain. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, bottom half of the draw, you've got Seidel, Alexandrova, Lemens, Siniakova. You put Raducanu down there, and you're looking at maybe making the final, right? That bottom half is way more friendly. And especially because some of the players that Kazatkina, Schneider, Alexandrova, Haddad, Maya, we know that Raducanu can beat some of them. So, yeah, a little bit unlucky. Considering there's also Towson in this part of the draw, Joint is still in the draw. So, yeah, it's not even if Raducanu wins this match, or if Swiatek goes on to win these matches, there's still plenty of killers left to play. So, we'll keep an eye on what's to come over the next few days. But, yeah, let's see what happens. By the way, I've been playing my Nintendo Switch. And I was playing Mario Tennis on my Switch. I'm going to have to get that game legit so I can play that on... maybe that, chat, do you reckon in a rain delay we should play Mario Tennis on stream? Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe the next rain delay we'll play Mario Tennis if I can figure out how to put it on the screen. We'll go back to where it all began. peak content. Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color, by the way, not for the 64. I'm horrible at game tennis, but good at real tennis. Cool. Yeah, I used to play Mario Tennis all the time, and I was just playing a little bit of it before, and I was like, oh, this is so. I remember all the mini games, trying to get everything. Oh, it's great. We will play Mario Tennis if I can figure out how to put it into my computer and play it on stream. We will do that at some point in the future. All right. Apparently, Raducanu is the favorite. I can see why, but also, I picked Raducanu in 3, but I think Krejcikova could definitely win this. In fact, Krejcikova should win this. Based on what we saw yesterday with Raducanu, Krejcikova should win this. She should be able to beat Raducanu if Raducanu's like she was yesterday. Have you seen the new Mario Tennis for the Switch 2? No, I haven't. I haven't got a Switch 2 because I'm just poor and cheap and I don't want to spend money. Mario Tennis Fever. Is that what it's called? No, I mean, that's cool. I'm not going to play it, but that's fun. It's $100. Cool. I don't have a Switch 2 though, so it's useless to me. But it's cool. Wow, you can use 30 different rackets and 38 playable characters. Holy shit. Maybe we will play it. It comes out this 12th of February. Well, maybe if Santa gets me a Nintendo Switch 2 for Christmas, maybe then I can actually do something. No, that's cool. Anyways, bought Mario Tennis for the kids. They didn't get a look in. That's funny. Have you watched much of Iga Swiatek? Does she look like a top prospect in the future? I haven't really watched her, so I can't tell you. All right. It's going to be Raducanu serving first. She wins the first point, 15 love. Spend the money? Nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna buy a Switch 2 if I'm not gonna use it. I'll buy a second-hand Switch 2 if I can get a cheap one. 15 love. I'm on my Game Boy kick at the moment, so I'm getting the games. Anyways, in the net from Krejcikova, 30 love. I've got Super Mario Deluxe. I've got both Zelda Oracle of Time and Oracle of Seasons, which I've got to get started. And then I've also got Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Yellow I have acquired. So I just got to get the Game Boy to play it. I have a Game Boy, but I need the right one. I want to get an Advance so I can play it. By the way, does anyone have a Game Boy Advance SP? And should I get that, or should I just get a Game Boy Advance? Should I upgrade? Should I get the SP? Or should I just get a basic Advance? 20 years ago Game Boy. I know, that's why I'm getting it. I have an SP. Is SP better? I do like the flip screen. It's kind of cool. SP. That goes out by Krejcikova is 1 love. 1-0 Raducanu. SP5? What's that? Yeah, I'm torn between getting a Game Boy Advance and a Game Boy SP. But apparently the SP doesn't have a headphone jack, so I can't listen. I have to either play it on mute or play it with headphones. I can't play it with headphones. That's a big negative. But I do like the fact that it clips. It's like the tiny, like it flips into a tiny box and you just put in your pocket. I don't know. 15 love. As Krejcikova serves again. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Return the forehand of Krejcikova. Forehand of Raducanu. Into the forehand of Krejcikova, who puts away the winner. Beautiful hitting. 30 love. By the way, I love this crowd. They're clapping every point. DS Lite? Well, they don't play games that I want to play. I can't get a DS Lite and then play all the games that I've just purchased. There's a forehand from Krejcikova. That's a winner. Beautiful shot, Krejcikova. 40 love. She's hitting nice. 40 love. All right, 40 love. Remember, the winner plays Swiatek. Swiatek wants to play Raducanu because she can't lose to Raducanu. She can lose to Krejcikova. Especially if Krejcikova is playing anywhere like she is right now. She hits a lovely volley winner. Krejcikova 1-all. And the crowd love that shot. What a volley. All right, 1-1. The Asian swing is very overhated, in my opinion. Who is hating on the Asian swing? Did you say overrated or overhated? Are you saying overrated, but you spelt it wrong? Or are you saying overhated? Overhated seems like a very strange term, so I'm thinking you meant the other thing. 1-0. As the return goes into the forehand of Raducanu, into the backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand. Passing shot winner. 15 love. God, this crowd is loving. I mean, it's very good tennis to start the match. This crowd is loving it. Great tennis by Raducanu. Nice little topspin backhand cross-court winner. PS5, I mean. I think people are not understanding me. So I purchased a Game Boy game. How am I going to play that on a PlayStation? I have a cartridge, a square cartridge for Game Boy. As Raducanu, it's a lovely slice winner down the line. No, it was called out. Raducanu's going to challenge, though. So I can't play Game Boy games on a PS5, and I can't play Game Boy games on a DS Lite. So we need to... The options are Advance or SP. That went in, by the way. Beautiful shot, Raducanu. $30 love. And Raducanu serves. A let. Serve again, Raducanu. As the return goes out by Krejcikova. 40 love. But Krejcikova is going to challenge. Because you just never know. And it was in. All right, they're going to replay the point. Hines people here are getting they're getting wrecked by Hawkeye. $30 love. Replay the point. As the backhand return goes to 400 Raducanu. 4 now from Krejcikova. And then Raducanu hits it long. And it's 30-15. Good job that Penko's not there. Why? Oh, because of the lines people. Yeah, fair. That is fair enough. 30-15. With a fault from Raducanu, second serve. Serving to the forehand, Krejcikova. Forehand from Raducanu. Krejcikova down the line. Raducanu with a pass, but volley from Krejcikova is good. And then the second volley's even better. 30-all. Krejcikova looking for that break. 30-all. Serve again. And at the forehand of Krejcikova, good return. Raducanu goes down the middle to the backhand of Krejcikova to the forehand of Raducanu as Krejcikova forehand again, the forehand of Raducanu. And at the forehand of Krejcikova. And then Raducanu shanks it wide. 30-40, breakpoint Krejcikova. 30-40. To get the break. Peseva already beats Cilic to 3. That is a huge win. Oh, man. It's a massive win. All right. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Krejcikova. Return winner. Chat, I don't want to get excited, but Big Four Barbara is playing today. This is crazy. That was a scary return. That was a scary return. That was a crazy return. What was that return? If she plays like this tomorrow against Swiatek, okay. What? What was that return? All right. Break for Krejcikova. All right. Krejcikova 2-1. Not much Raducanu could do. Raducanu is not playing bad. Krejcikova just playing ridiculous in that last game. All right. Let's see if Krejcikova can hold. Two one. She says a fault. Second serve. All right, 15 love. Love. Krejcikova serves again. Fault. Second serve. The return from Raducanu's a winner. That's a good return. 15-all. All right, 15-all. All right, 15-30. Rodder kind of looking for that break back. $15-30. As Krejcikova serves a fault. Second serve. The return goes to 400. Krejcikova. Oh, and Krejcikova hits the baseline with a winner. And it's 30-all. Hey, what's going on, Brent? How you doing? Krejcikova serves again. Another fault. Second serve. Second serve. The double fault. All right, 30-40. As Raducanu returned the backhand, Krejcikova sliced. In the backhand of Raducanu, Krejcikova slice again. The backhand of Raducanu. Krejcikova backhand out of the backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu goes in. Krejcikova now making Raducanu hit a slice. And then Raducanu puts up a lob, but it's too short, and Krejcikova's volley goes out anyway. What a terrible rally. 2-all. A weird rally. Finally watch weapons. Nice. All right, we're back on serve. 2-2. It's a horrible rally. That was ugly rally. Just when you thought one player was going to hit the worst shot of the rally, the other person did a worse shot. And it was just until somebody finally missed. All right, 2-2. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As Krejcikova hits a return winner. Krejcikova is hitting the ball off the reserves very, very cleanly. Love 15. All right, love 15. Is Krejcikova slicing the net? 15-all. $15-all. As that goes in the net by Krejcikova on the return. 30-15. There's a backhand down the line to the slice of Krejcikova. Into the forward Raducanu. Krejcikova into the slice of Raducanu now. To the backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu slices it back as Krejcikova goes down the line with the slice. Raducanu gets it back again. And Krejcikova backhand to the slice of Raducanu. Into the forehand of Krejcikova. Raducanu forehand again. The forehand of Krejcikova. As Raducanu goes down the line in the net. 30-all. Great rally again by both. 30-all. Two-time Grand Slam champion versus an imposter. Hey, why don't you get lost? How about that? Why don't you get the hell out of here with that attitude? Come back tomorrow when somebody you like plays. Or don't come back. Just fix your attitude. 30-all. As a return the net by Krejcikova, 40-30. She's got one more slam than you, exactly. Exactly. Now what are you going to say? She does. She has one more slam than you. All right, 40-30. There's a 4-4 rally. Krejcikova to the back of Raducanu. Slice from Krejcikova into the forehand of Raducanu. As Krejcikova goes again, the forehand of Raducanu. Raducanu in the net. Deuce. Well done, Cam. No haters like that need to be. Yeah, exactly. But also, you're a member, so you should know better. Like, how is it possible that just because you're a member doesn't mean you can just act like a hater? You've been timed out 12 times, and you're a member of the channel. You pay memberships. But it doesn't mean that you get to say whatever you want. Deuce. Just because you pay $1 a month doesn't mean you get to hate on players. That's not the rules. It's not. These are the rules that apply unless you pay memberships. That's not. The rules apply to everybody. Deuce. Can we check how many times? No, but I can check how many times. And you've been timed out 4. So that's okay. Maybe Nightbot got onto you because you were spamming. Do they pay or were they gifted? Maybe they're gifted, I don't know. But still, if you're gonna cry about players you don't like watching, don't watch them. Advantage Raducanu to go to 3-2. As the return goes into the forehand of Raducanu. She comes in the net with a volley. But Krejcikova, hits it in the net. All right, Raducanu gets back the lead. 3-2. 3-2. You need to change more for membership. You need to charge more for membership? Why? It's $1 a month. Who cares? I'm not going to change the charge. I'm not going to change it. Some people have been members for years. I wouldn't do that to them. All right. Raducanu takes the lead, 3-2. All right. Raducanu with the lead. 3-2. Let's see if Krejcikova can level again. She has a Romanian name because she got a Romanian dad. That's why she gets hate. How dare she win a slam? That made no sense. 3-2. Krejcikova just talking to the umpire about something. 3-2. Hey, Hadar, thank you for the 40 months. Appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around. Right, Krejcikova to serve. 3-2 Raducanu, 20 minutes played. Yeah, Morvan, I don't know what's going on either. 15 love. Krejcikova, great serve. 15 love. Krejcikova serve, not Raducanu. I am paying attention. 15 love. As Krejcikova serves a fault. Second serve. Raducanu leads though, 3-2. Second serve. Down the tees, a great serve. Return goes in from Raducanu, but Krejcikova puts it away. 30 love. Is Krejcikova the most complete player on the WTA? Yes. Maybe. Yes. Actually, no, I'll say yes. I'll say yes. Right now, I would say yes. Because I was going to say Sabalenka, but I don't think Sabalenka's net game is as good as Krejcikova. But Sabalenka's got to be in the conversation too, right? Because Sabalenka can volley and she can hit, she can defend well and she can hit every shot. But I'll say Krejcikova. Because some people are going to say Mukova, but the problem is Mukova doesn't have the trophies and the mentality to win those trophies. When she gets to the final, Mukova, we've seen it many, many times, she can't win the trophies. So there's a mental block. Whereas Krejcikova doesn't have that. Sabalenka doesn't. Sabalenka has had that, but she's gotten better, obviously. But I'll go Krejcikova. The only reason Krejcikova is not ranked in the top 20 or top 10 is because of injury. At least for the last 12 months, she's been mostly injured. But I'll say Krejcikova is probably the most complete. Yeah. Sabalenka is definitely on the list, though. Just because she hits it hard as well. People get confused that, Sabalenka just hits the ball hard. Well, no, she also defends really well. And she's starting to hit the drop shot a lot more. She's got a little bit more variety now, Sabalenka. She doesn't just have a big forehand or anything like that. But I'll stick with Krejcikova because Krejcikova's got a great slice. And she uses that slice backhand, and she's used it today already. She uses that slice backhand as a defensive shot and also as a weapon. She'll hit it purposely, right? Whereas Sabalenka doesn't really have a slice backhand the same as Krejcikova does. I would say Krejcikova's better at the net than Sabalenka. Obviously, Sabalenka's got more power. Like, she's hitting forehand slices now, Krejcikova, and that was on purpose, right? She's not hitting forehand slices because she's scared. Tactically, I think Krejcikova's better than anybody else. Well, maybe not anybody else, but she's definitely up there as tactically, because she has every single shot. She can do so many things, right? Kind of like Alcaraz. He's got every shot in the book, so he can play 4 different styles in the same game. You can play 1 point of serve volley, you can play 1 point of just serve and smash, and then you can play a 40-shot rally defensively, and then hit a drop shot winner on the fourth shot, right? Are you answering the comments that she's Canadian? Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. I thought you were talking to me. All right. 15 all. As Raducanu serves. I'll fold. Second serve. Hands it back and return goes in the forehand. Raducanu. Oh, Raducanu tried to go for the winner. Hit it in the net. 15-30. Which players are complete too? I mean, Mukova's in there, right? Mukova's shot for shot is definitely a complete player. I think Caroline Garcia is definitely on that list as well. I think Coco Gauff is on that list. She's got every shot when she's playing well. Every shot works, right? She's not got... the only weakness is the double faults, right? So I think Coco's on that list. That she can hit every shot and use every shot. Yeah, Barty was complete, but she's not playing anymore. 15-30. I mean, speaking of Barty, Chen, she looks pretty complete from what we've seen the last couple of weeks when we watched her. 15-30, backhand rally. Raducanu down the line to the forehand of Krejcikova. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Krejcikova gets the point though. Raducanu hits it out. 15-40. Jabeur, yeah, Ons is probably on that list. Yeah. Yeah, I would say Ons is there. Just trying to think of who else has, because it's really about who has good net play. Who's really good at the net? Because if you're good at the net, then you're probably pretty complete. There's not too many natural volleyers, though. Like Krejcikova, Mukova, and Garcia are probably the best volleyers on the WTA. I'm just trying to... I mean, Pegula as well. I mean, Pegula's pretty complete as well. Yeah, probably Pegula's there as well. She's pretty complete. All right. Still break point 30-40. Pellini. I think Pellini just lacks a little bit of power. She gets overpowered, whereas the difference with her and Pegula is Pegula doesn't get overpowered very often. Like, at least, not too much. Only Sabalenka most times. Andreeva? Yeah, maybe. Andreeva's still got the mentality, but yeah. Oh, Krejcikova pushes the volley long. I don't know what Andreeva's net game is like. I know she plays doubles, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen Andreeva enough lately to know what she plays like. We unfortunately haven't got to watch her much. All right. Raducanu surviving deuce. But yeah, probably Andreeva. I mean, the problem that Andreeva has, though, at the moment is that she gets frustrated. Like, mentally, she can get very frustrated. Whereas Mukova might not win the finals of every tournament. Like, she doesn't win the trophies, but at least she doesn't implode, right? Whereas Andreeva, we saw it at the French Open. We saw it. We've seen it many times in the past, couple of years that, sometimes she lets herself down by getting angry. But if she figures that out, then you got to put Andreeva on that list of very of complete players for sure. But definitely that anger that comes up is not, it's not good. It doesn't help her. As we're flying now from Krejcikova, that's a great shot. Raducanu gets it back. And Krejcikova forehand winner. Jeez, how clean was that? Back to deuce. All right, deuce. Krejcikova, crazy shot. Crazy inside-out forehand winner. Nah, Vondi's not I wouldn't put Vondi on that list. We've also got to when we talk about complete player, we've got to also probably mention like how they match up against everybody. Like Krejcikova matches up well against everybody, right? Maybe I know she hasn't got a good head-to-head with Sabalenka, but I mean Krejcikova can beat anybody anytime. Mukova can beat anybody anytime, right? Like complete players are dangerous for everyone, right? I mean, Sabalenka can beat everybody every time because she's number 1 too. as well. That helps, right? Vondi does beat a lot of players, but she doesn't beat Swiatek, right? As the shank goes wide by Krejcikova. And it's advantage Raducanu. So yeah, so I definitely think it's got to do, like, it depends on, like, who are the players that can beat anybody anytime, and part of the reason why they can do that. I mean, Penko can beat Swiatek, but she can't really beat, I don't think she can beat Gauff. I think Gauff's like her worst matchup. Actually, I think Mukova's worst matchup might be Gauff as well. She can't beat, is it her? Is it Gauff that she can't beat? She's never beaten Gauff before? I think it's something like that. Yeah, Krejcikova's, but I would say Krejcikova's probably the, yeah. I mean, she's healthy. She is scary. And nobody wants to play Krejcikova. 4-3. Raducanu holds. Okay, it's against Mukovic. She's 0-4. Yeah, I thought so. Against Gauff, yeah. I knew there was one of those matchups. All right. Penko can't beat Azarenka. True. All right. What's my prediction for this game? I made a video. I'm going to go watch the video. What are you talking about? I made a video about it. All right. Finally, tour is in Asia. Time difference is narrow. Don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. Yeah. I think Krejcikova has the most natural all-round game. I agree. Again, Mukova should be mentioned, but the difference between her and Mukova is the mentality. Mukova just can't get over that title, getting that title, you know, whereas Krejcikova does win the titles. She performs like that in the finals, right? This match is very close. All right. 4-3 Raducanu. This crowd, by the way, really getting into it. Love it. All right. Back to Krejcikova. She says a fault, second serve. Double fault, love 15. Much quicker match as well than the Raducanu match yesterday. Remember how we played like an hour and a half for one set? It was crazy. Actually, no, probably not an hour and a half, but still. It was a lot of time, and it took forever. All right, first serve was a fault, second serve. As the return goes to forehand of Krejcikova. Lob goes up by Raducanu. Krejcikova puts away the smash. 15-all. Did the UK buy Raducanu, or was she brought up there? Raducanu was raised in Bromley in England. Her father is from Bucharest. Her mum is from China. Both of her parents work in the finance sector. Raducanu, her family moved to England when she was 2 years old, and she holds both Canadian and British citizenship because she was born in Canada. She also speaks fluent English, Mandarin, and Romanian. She started playing tennis at the age of 5, and she attended Bickley Primary School, followed by Newstead Wood School, which is a some grammar. I don't know. I don't know what it is. This is a school, right? It's a school in London. All right, 30-15. Forehand on the stretch from Raducanu into the forehand of Krejcikova. And Krejcikova sprays it wide, 30-0. So there's your answer. She was born in Canada, raised in England. All right, 30-0. Into the backhand rally slice into the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand slice from Krejcikova. Again, the backhand of Raducanu is Krejcikova slice again. Into the backhand of Raducanu is Krejcikova again to the backhand of Raducanu. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand down the middle. Krejcikova forehand again to the forehand of Raducanu. But Raducanu overhits it, 40-30. 40-30. All right, 40-30. Now, chat, somebody's asked a very good question. I want you to answer it for me. That's a very good question. And I have an answer, but I want to get your answers. 40-30. As we get a let. The return goes out by Raducanu. It's 4-all. Okay, so Gabe asks, out of all the places tennis players play on tour, where do you think they would say is the most difficult to play? Chat, I want you to give me answers because I have a couple of answers and reasons why. But what do you think? Where do you think the players find the most difficult to play? I mean, there's no correct answer. But there's definitely, I guess some players would pick some for some reasons, and then there'd be other players that pick for other reasons. But I want you to tell me what places do you think the players find difficult to play? Where do they find difficult to play? Guadalajara, yeah, that's probably on the list, right? High altitude, taxing on the body, yeah. That would be on my list for sure. That could be a problem. 15 love. Wimbledon because of the switch to grass? Yeah, maybe. I reckon Roland Garros against a French player. That's tough. But are we talking about like the venue, or are we talking about the crowd, including crowd, or what are we talking about? Because I think Roland Garros on a wet day, like a cold, wet Roland Garros day against a French player, is it got to be a nightmare. Like, that's got to be a nightmare. When it's slow and sludge, and you got to be out there forever and the crowd's going to be on your back for 5 hours, I mean, that's brutal. Not to mention the crowd's already brutal in France. We know how tough it can get. Indian Wells. I reckon a lot of players, you're right, that's probably a good answer too. Because it's probably deceiving, right? It looks like a hard court, but it actually plays like a clay court. As Krejcikova hits a winner, 30-15. Yeah, Indian Wells, I reckon a lot of players will probably go, you know what, Indian Wells kind of stinks. You know what? It's very deceptive. It's like, it's not a hard court. It looks like a hard court, but it doesn't play like a hard court. 30-15. What about like Australia on the outside courts in like the middle of the afternoon on a hot day? That's got to suck, right? What about humidity? Where's the most humid places? What humidity, where are the most humid places in the world that they play? Brisbane? Yeah. What about like New York? New York's got some crazy humidity. 30. What about Cincinnati? I think Cincinnati will be on a few players' lists. Because Cincinnati was humid, hot, but also super quick courts. Like, yeah, maybe Miami as well. But I think Cincinnati, people seem to struggle in Cincy. Like, we see a lot of players struggling in Cincinnati. Vegas? They don't play in Vegas. All right, 30-all. As Raducanu serves. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. Return goes out. Good serve by Raducanu. 40-30. We're getting a challenge, though, from Krejcikova. Washington. You know what? Washington's actually kind of brutal. Whenever we watch Washington, it seems like all players get real tired. Washington can be brutal. All right, that was out by Krejcikova, 40-30. There's a bit of fault by Raducanu, second serve. Second serve. That's Krejcikova. It's a return winner. Okay. Deuce. If this tournament was a month earlier, it would have been more brutal. Most brutal, yeah. Yeah, wasn't it like super hot in this part of the world a couple of weeks ago? As a return, goes out by Krejcikova. That's advantage Raducanu to take the lead again and make Krejcikova serve to stay in the set. As a default second serve. Serve again. And Krejcikova hits a return winner again. I mean, that's just insanity. Raducanu's second serve is getting attacked. But more importantly, how is that going to look against Swiatek tomorrow if Krejcikova wins? Right? Like the way that Krejcikova is playing, if she beats Raducanu, she can definitely beat Swiatek playing this way. This is a dangerous game. Raducanu's done well to be level here because Krejcikova's hitting some crazy shots. As a return goes into the forehand of Raducanu. Krejcikova forehand again. The forehand of Raducanu is Krejcikova. Oh, hits it long. Raducanu gets some advantage. Yeah, Krejcikova's been in very good form the last couple of tournaments too. She has been very, very tricky. All right, advantage. Advantage Raducanu. All right, slice goes in the backhand and Krejcikova can't get it. Raducanu gets back in front, 5-3. Scoreboard fixed, no worry. I'm not worrying. All right, 5-4. Raducanu leads. And Krejcikova is going to serve to stay in the set. All right. All right. Last year wasn't unusual because of Olympics. Okay. All right. Krejcikova is going to serve to stay in the set. Laver Cup loading, I know, right? I'm interested to see who they put on day one, because you can't win the Laver Cup on day one, but you can win on day 3. We're not going to watch too much Laver Cup on day 1 anyway, because day 1, unless we watch Fonseca, but I'm not too interested in watching. Like, day 1's never really that hectic. It's day 2 when things start to get we start to get really interesting, and also the big guns play. So day 1, especially because we've got like this tournament as well, and we've got other things. So day 1 we'll watch something. Maybe it's Fonseca, maybe it's something else, but day 2 and 3 are where it goes off. Especially day 2. Day 2 gets crazy. All right, Krejcikova was serving to stay in the set. As a return goes to 40 Krejcikova. Full hand Raducanu as Krejcikova down the line in the net. Love 15. Love 15. As a return from Raducanu goes to 40 Krejcikova. But Krejcikova hits it long. Love 30. So we're going to be over by end of day 2, to be honest. You really think that one of the teams are going to dominate? I don't think so. Team Europe are only Alcaraz. Like, I'm not talking shit. I'm serious. Like, if they don't have Alcaraz, that's an average team. You take Alcaraz out of that lineup, unless you put Sinner in there, you get rid of Alcaraz, it's a good team. But Team World has got a decent team as well. Cold take? Now you're just a Team Europe fan. That's why. You don't want to hear the truth. You take Alcaraz out of that team and you replace him with, I don't know, who's in the top 10. You put Musetti in there instead. That's a good team, but it's not as good as it's beatable. Alcaraz is the only reason. I mean, look at last year. Last year, Team World had a worse team, and it still took Alcaraz to lift. And they had a better team last year too. Team Europe. Europe had one player outside the top 10 last year. Now they have only 2 top 10 players this year. It's a worse team. You take Alcaraz out, it's over. And last year, Team World almost beat them. All right, 30-all. So I don't think it's going to be over after 2 days. It's going to be close. It is going to be a close contest. It's going to come down to the wire. As Krejcikova hits that one wide, 30-40. Team Europe are not as strong as they used to be. They don't got no goats anymore. They can't rely on the goats anymore. And Alcaraz can only do so much. He's played a lot of tennis. And yes, he might be able to beat everybody on Team World, but Team World can beat Rune, they can beat Zverev, they can beat a lot of the other guys. 30-40. Double fault to finish the set. It's a shame. It's a shame for Krejcikova. She played a good set until that last game. I've not been following tennis so closely. Is Pegula playing Seoul? No, Pegula's playing Billie Jean King Cup. Swiatek's playing in this tournament, though. Alright, first set in the bag. 6-4. Lack of star power this year. Alcaraz Fonseca is the only match I'm interested in. They won't play, though. Alcaraz and Fonseca will not play. They will not play. There's no way that the best player in one team is going to play the second worst player in another. Doesn't happen. It's going to be Fritz Alcaraz, Demon or Alcaraz. They're the matches you're going to get. They never put the best guy against a low-ranked player. And there's no way that Team World would be like, yeah, Fonseca, play their best guy. Like, they're not going to do that. It never happens. I don't think it's ever happened where maybe Kyrgios versus Federer was one, like that happened, but it doesn't happen when the best players in the team don't play the worst players in the team. It's always the best play the best. And I don't think that Team World or Team Europe would love to play. I think they would love to get that match, but Team World are not going to throw Fonseca into Alcaraz. That's not going to happen. It never does. But Fonseca might play Rune, and he might play Casper Ruud. More likely going to play Caboli, but he could play Rune if they give him 2 chances to play. Remember, also the 3 lowest ranked players usually only just play 1 match, and maybe a doubles. So it's very rare. We're probably going to see Fonseca day 1, and then we're not going to see him. Unless he plays day 2 in replacement of someone else. But it's very rare that we have, Opelka's going to play 1 singles, because everyone's going to play 1 singles. Mickelson will play once. Fonseca will play once. Caboli will play once. Menchik will play once. Ruud might play some doubles, but he'll play 1 singles. Unless Rune loses his and Ruud wins his, they might put Ruud in on day 3 if they need to instead of Rune, but unlikely. They're probably going to stick with the guy who. Those guys are like right next to each other in the rankings, so maybe they'll decide whoever does better in their first match will get a crack at a Demon or someone on day 3. But yeah, I don't think. I would be very shocked if Fonseca took on Alcaraz. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think Team World are going to do that. That's a wild thing to do. Like last year, right? Alcaraz played Shelton, who was the 3rd best player, and Alcaraz played Fritz, who was the number 1 player. So again, he played the 3rd and the 2nd. Oh, sorry, the 1st best. The 1st best or just the best? And then Rublev, who was the best player in Team Europe in 23, he played Fritz and Tiafoe. Sorry, he played Fritz, and he was going to play Tiafoe, but they didn't make it to that match because Team Europe stank. They stunk it up. They were terrible. And then in 22, it was Ruud was the best player on the team, considering they had Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic playing, and Murray. Ruud was the number 1 player. And he took on Sok, who was the worst player, but then again, it was a weird time because Ruud was number 1 in the team, but it was full of goats. So, that was a weird one. Medvedev who did Medvedev play? So Medvedev played. He only played Shapovalov, who was number 2 in the team at the time. Okay, so again, I don't think we're going to get Fonseca versus Alcaraz. Fonseca versus Caboli, interesting. Oh yeah, for sure. And Fonseca versus Menchik or Caboli is a great matchup, right? I want to see. I think didn't Caboli and Fonseca played a banger in Halle, right? Pretty sure it was like a tiebreak 3rd set. We watched it, right? It was an epic. 15:30, by the way. Krejcikova looking to break. And that goes out by Raducanu. 15:40. All right. And that ball was out. 15-40. 15-40. Fed's going to Laver Cup. Yeah, he is. He's there now, though. I saw him. He was it was all over social media. He was there. All right. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As Raducanu hits it in the net. And there's the break. 1-love. Krejcikova in the second. All right. Krejcikova gets the break. Federer and Fonseca met. I saw that. That was awesome. Is the humidity affecting the scoreboard? It's lagging a bit. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. All right. Krejcikova breaks. All right. Krejcikova with the break. As Krejcikova comes in with a volley, but hits in the net. Love 15. All right, love 15. All right. Love 15. As Krejcikova hits in the net, it's love 30. Love 30. As a return goes to forehand to Krejcikova. Lob from Raducanu. Oh, and Krejcikova shanks the smash. All right. Love 40. Man, Krejcikova's completely lost it in the last... She got the break, and then she just... This game has just been the worst. Love 40. As the return goes to the forehand of Krejcikova. Krejcikova hits it out. We're back on serve. 1-1. All right. Back to Raducanu. All right. All right, back to Raducanu. She serves the fault, second serve. And the return goes back into Raducanu. Backhand from Krejcikova into the forehand of Raducanu, and then Krejcikova's forehand go long. It's 15 love. 15 love. As the return goes out by Krejcikova, 30 love. $30 love. As the return goes to the forehand of Raducanu, Krejcikova forehand to the forehand of Raducanu. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand passing shot. Volley's good, but Raducanu hits the second passing shot winner. 40 love. Great hitting from Raducanu. Not bad at the net, Krejcikova by any means, but just too good, Raducanu. All right. Raducanu holds 2-1. 2-1. All right. All right. 2-1. Cam, do you ever get invited to any tennis events as a guest because you're so popular on here? No. 2-1. No, never happens. Thank you for thinking that that would be a thing that would happen. It doesn't happen. No. All right, 2-1. Maybe I don't know why that would happen, but oh yeah, I got invited to talk about the mixed doubles on TV for like 5 minutes. Does that count? But I don't get to go to the events or anything. I have been invited to some things, but I just haven't been able to go to them because I don't live in those countries. Like, I have been invited to stuff before, but I just can't get, like, they're just not in Australia, which kind of stinks. But I have been asked, like, there's been, like, like 2 things that I think that I was asked to go to be a part of, but I just couldn't get there because I don't live in those countries. But I don't get asked to go to the Australian Open. Please let me go to the Australian Open. Invite me to something. Oh, I love 15. No, I can't give any details. Sorry. As that goes out in the return from Raducanu, 15-0. $15-0. $15-0. As the return goes the backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu slice. Krejcikova backhand goes wide on the half volley, and it's 15-30. Remember, the winner of this play is Swiatek tomorrow night. Or tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon. Ah, 15-30. As Krejcikova serves again. The backhand of Raducanu. Krejcikova backhand in the net. 15-40. Krejcikova is physically looking pretty beat up right now. I wonder if she's going to get timeout at the next change of ends because she's looking a little fatigued. Serving to the forehand of Raducanu. Return to the forehand of Krejcikova. Raducanu passing shot. Krejcikova volleys it wide. There's the break. Yeah, Krejcikova's struggling out there now. 3-1, Raducanu. But Krejcikova is looking physically exhausted. All right. Raducanu to serve. 3-1. With a set and a break. And the default second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Krejcikova in the net. 15-love. Love. Seven to the forehand. Krejcikova in the net in the return. 30-love. Raducanu serves an ace. 40-love. 178 down the tee. 40-love. As Raducanu serves a fault. Second serve. And return goes the slice of Raducanu. Back in now Krejcikova. Into the slice of Raducanu. As Krejcikova forehand in the net. Raducanu 4-1 in the second. 4-1. She is cruising. Arian.
I'm excited to watch your stream over Laver Cup.
Thank you for the $2. Yeah, we're going to watch a little bit of Laver Cup. We will watch some Laver Cup. Like I said, probably day 2 and 3. But not day 1. We'll see what we do. But yeah, we'll watch some Laver Cup for sure. All right. Raducanu with a set and a break. She is 2 games away from playing against Iga Swiatek for a 6th time. She's never beaten her. Raducanu, she hasn't really even come close, to be honest. Every time they've played, it's been pretty easy for Swiatek. All right. Back to Krejcikova. Let's see if she can recover. Krejcikova has only been past quarterfinals of majors twice. Pretty weak for someone so complete. Yeah, Kevin, I mean, where were you when we were talking about this an hour ago? I mean, now you now you want to, like, when she was playing well in the first set, you weren't saying anything. Where were you there? We get it. She's not playing well right now, and you have stats. 15 love. I mean, doesn't change anything. She's still a very good player and a very scary player. As Krejcikova hits a winner, 30 love. Barty retired, not Barry. Yeah, Barry should retire, though, because Barry's been playing for too long. He needs to just hang it up. Playing for 75 years on the pro circuit and not even winning, like, a game is ridiculous. Barry needs to back off. He needs to let it go, Barry. Just let it go, Barry. Jeez. Barry just never learns. Barry should retire. 30 love. Is it a 4-4 rally? He deserves retirement. He shouldn't have to play these low-level future events. Let Barry play. No, Barry needs to enjoy his life. Let Barry retire. Stop asking. You're asking too much of him. He's given you enough. Is that big for Barry? It could have been in the 60s, but that damn Rod Laver stopped him. 30-15. As Krejcikova serves. $30-15. That's going to serve. And Raducanu return just missed. 40-15. Serve again. Into the back of Raducanu. Krejcikova forehand to the forehand of Raducanu. As Krejcikova down the line, Raducanu's there with a slice. Oh, hit the tape, went in. And Krejcikova couldn't get it. 40-30. $40-30. $40-30. $40-30. As Krejcikova serves the fault, second serve. As it goes out on the return from Raducanu. Krejcikova holds 4-2. 4-2 Raducanu. Okay. By the way, chat, it's so funny when I look at the chat and I can just tell who's put money on this match. Chat, I'm getting really good at sniffing out the bettors. Hey, look. You gamble on you do what you want with your money, but don't come in here and make up reasons why you suck at betting, all right? We don't need that. You don't see me out here complaining about me losing money on bets. This ain't a therapy session. Come in here and tell me your problem. I don't want to hear your problems. You put money on what? I don't care. If you lost, you just got to take that L and just move on. Learn and live and learn. You just tell someone who's poking someone, oh, I can't believe how bad she's playing. Really? Okay. 15-0. Never seen someone play this bad in my life. Really? I don't know about that. It's a very extended. I don't know. How much? How much? Go on. Tell us. How much? How much? It's a safe place, but also don't cry. All right, 30-15. How much? $20? $10? 100? 100? The next thing is when someone comes in here and is like, oh, Krejcikova should just retire. But she should just retire if she's not feeling well. That's a sure tell. You know that somebody's losing money when they come in here and ask players to retire. I don't know why she keeps playing Krejcikova. She might as well just quit. Please. She should just retire. Oh, okay. Should she? Really? I don't think so. But okay. 30-all. So the 4-4 rally. Raducanu. Into the back of Krejcikova. To the back of Raducanu. Krejcikova. Down the line backhand. Raducanu gets it with a slice. Into the back of Krejcikova. Raducanu just scrambling for everything. As she hits a forehand slice on the stretch. Krejcikova with a drop shot in the net. Great hustle from Raducanu. 40-30. Great running by Raducanu. 40-30. Winner plays Swiatek tomorrow. $40-30. Raducanu serves an ace, but Krejcikova says that there's fault, so she's going to challenge. Let's see what happens. If this is in, it's an ace. If it's out, it's an out. And it was a out. It was a fault. Second serve. Can Emma beat Swiatek? I don't think so. But then again, Castella did make Swiatek work for it today. So I don't think it's going to be easy for Swiatek, but Raducanu gets a 5-2. Part of the reason why Raducanu is winning this match is because of the errors from Krejcikova in this second set, right? First set, they both were playing really well. Raducanu just a little bit better. Second set, 5-2 is because of Krejcikova. Raducanu's been good and very good at defense in that last couple of points, but Krejcikova is completely fallen off in the second set. Swiatek won't play like this against Raducanu. So Raducanu's got to play like the first set for the whole match because that's the Swiatek that's the play she's going to play, right? Swiatek doesn't just completely fall off. during matches like this. Emma will win against baseball cap Iga. Yeah, you keep saying baseball cap Iga like it's really funny. Is it funny? I don't get it. But you're saying it a lot like it's like a thing. You're trying to make it a thing. It's not a thing. You're trying to make it a thing. It feels like you're trying a little too hard. You're trying too hard. Her name is Swiatek. Iga Swiatek. You don't need to say baseball cap Iga. Nobody calls her that. Only you call her that. You're the only person in the world that says that. Nobody else is going to say that. It's too many words. It's a terrible nickname. Also, you're making it sound like a bad thing. Like she wears a hat and it's bad. Hello? What's wrong with her hat? What do you have against hats? You're the hat police. What's going on? 5-2. If Emma wins, I'm going to marry her. That's not how it works. Sorry, that's not how it works. That's not how marriage works. Sorry. Please don't do that. Just if she wins, just like celebrate. You don't need to marry her. Also not up to you. You just got to, that's not how it works. Just don't do that. 5-2. As Krejcikova serves again. Into the backhand, Raducanu in the net. It's 15-love. Emma's going to win against baseball cap. Again, you keep saying that, but you're probably not listening. What are you doing? 15-love. As Krejcikova serves again. A little fault from Krejcikova. Second serve. I tried messaging her, but she never replies. Yeah. Stop. Get some help. Don't be that guy. Stop DMing celebrities. 15-0. Stop. Touch grass. Please don't be that person. Please tell me you're joking. First of all, please tell me you're joking. You're joking, right? You're just kidding, right? This is a joke. As the return goes to Fonda Krejcikova, that's a winner. 30-15. Sounds like Holger Rune mentality, marriage proposal all over the internet. I'll tell you though, the difference between most people and Holger Rune is he's Holger Rune. So let's not be talking about some random person in the chat and comparing them with Rune. Like that's that's Holger Rune. That's a different person. Don't become an idiot saying like, oh, some random guy just keeps messaging. That's Holger Rune. He's probably seen these people in real life. He's probably said hello to them in real life, right? You don't let that person have an excuse and be like, well, Holger Rune does it. That's different. His name is Holger Rune. He's a celebrity. He's a tennis player. He walks around and probably sees these people that he texts and messages, right? That's different than some random person in the middle of nowhere in their house. In a basement somewhere. Can't be using him as a reason for you to message. He's different. You're not the same. By the way, does anyone else think it's kind of ridiculous that Rune's message, why can't Rune just message in private? Isn't that a private conversation? Why the hell did that why did that even get brought up? Isn't there an unwritten rule? It's a private message, isn't it? A DM. I know it's a direct message, but it's private, right? The hell? Silly. That should be talked about more. I don't care who he messaged. Like, the fact that it's being brought up, it's like, let the man just text in peace. He's not doing anything wrong. Just saying hello. I'm guessing. Anyway, it's 5-3. I think he's just saying hello. We love Runa, by the way. Runa, we are pro Runa. If he wants to say hi to people, he could say hi to people. Let the man text. He wasn't being creepy. Exactly. I mean, nobody should be. He should not. Nobody says he's creepy. There's Raducanu 15 love with an ace. The man just is looking for love. Right? Looking for love. Who could fault him for that? There goes the net by Raducanu 15-0. The man is looking for love. Just let the man find his soulmate, all right? Who are you to deny him of love? 15-0. And I say, good luck. That's what I say. Good luck to you. Wish him the best. And it's 15-0. Raducanu 3 points away from playing Swiatek again. As a return goes into the backhand of Raducanu. As a backhand rally. As Raducanu in the net with the backhand, it's 15-30. A chance for Krejcikova to get back on serve. All right, 15-30. There's a backhand slice. The backhand of Raducanu. Backhand now from Krejcikova. Into the backhand of Raducanu is Krejcikova forehand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Krejcikova forehand down the line of the net. 30-all. 30-all. Raducanu 2 points away. Thirty-all. And a bit of serve again. First serve was a fault, second serve. As the return goes to forward of Raducanu, back in out Krejcikova. Goes long. And Raducanu gets to match point. 40-30. And she will get another chance to take on Iga Swiatek and try and get a win. The UK won in the Billie Jean King Cup. Perfect timing. 40-30. It's a good day to be British. I wouldn't know. I'm Irish. But I'm sure if you're British, you are having a good day. I'm sure you are. And if you're not, you should be because you're doing well at tennis today. 40-30. 7-40 Krejcikova. Return goes to 40 Raducanu. Krejcikova forehand again to 40 Raducanu. There's Krejcikova forehand winner. Deuce. Deuce. Comeback starts now. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Shush. Shut up. Deuce. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare put that on me. Deuce. Serve to the back into Krejcikova. Forehand of Raducanu. Krejcikova gets it back. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand Krejcikova's a winner. Advantage Krejcikova. Can we're cousins? Maternal Irish grandmother here. I don't think we are cousins. I've never met anybody in chat in real life, so that's impossible. Advantage Krejcikova. As a backhander forehand rally, Krejcikova goes again to the forehand of Raducanu. Krejcikova into the forehand of Raducanu. To the forehand of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand slice. Krejcikova forehand cross court. Raducanu puts up a lob. Krejcikova puts it away. Okay. All right. Raducanu still leads. But Krejcikova has broken back. Good play by Krejcikova the last 3 points, by the way. She's played some really good tennis. Can Team World win Laver Cup? What a silly question. What a silly question. Why would you ask that? Raducanu often struggles to close it out. Okay. Krejcikova saved 8 match points a few days before. You mean at the US Open? That was like a few weeks ago. That was like 3 weeks ago. I don't think so. Then why did you ask? Why did you ask, can Team World win? And then you just say, I don't think so. Why would you ask me? Why are you asking? Krejcikova, by the way, is grabbing her hip. That's not good. Why did you ask me a question and then answer your own question? Why would you ask me a question then? Do you think they can win? Of course they can win. I don't think so. Okay, then why do you ask me? What are you asking me for? You already knew. You already had an answer. Why do you ask me? Everybody knows that Team Europe are just Alcaraz. God, I'm going to make so many friends this weekend. Team Europe. It's Team Alcaraz, mate. All right? It's Team Alcaraz. No Alcaraz, no team. All right? It's Team Alcaraz. You better hope that he's got enough strength left in him to carry your team to victory like last year. He better be stretched out. He better stretch his shoulders. Going to carry all those players on his shoulders again? Brutal. The man has been through enough. Let him rest. As the backhand goes out by Raducanu, 30 love. All right, 30 love. And Krejcikova serves a fault. I agree. Carl's the backbone of the team. No. He is the team. The backbone. No. Literally the team. No Carlos, no team. 30-15. It's called Team Alcaraz for a reason. He should dye his hair blue. 30-15. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Krejcikova. Krejcikova hits it out though. 30-0. Chat, it's going to be like this for the whole weekend, by the way. Just prepare yourself. Prepare yourselves. If you're Team Europe and you're getting all sad right now, you should get angry and you should fight back. It's Europe. It's the world versus Europe. This is serious. I need to put a disclaimer on screen because people are going to get really take this personal and actually think that it's real. Please don't get angry. It's not. We're just making jokes. We have Zverev, Rune, and Menchik. That's cute. 30-0. Cool. I'm happy for you. 30-0. Yeah, it's the world versus Carlos. Exactly. And Carlos last year was able to beat the world. So we'll see what happens this year. As Krejcikova to win up. 40-30. All right, 40-30. To level the second set. Serving the forehand, Raducanu in the net. All right, 5-5. Krejcikova breaks back and levels. Cam, why do you say you were Irish? Is it to upset the English? Why would me being Irish upset the English? I'm Irish. Why would people give a shit? All right, 5-5. I don't think anyone in the UK is sitting back going, oh, I can't believe he said that. Okay, sorry. Not sorry? Who cares? 5-5. 5 all. Backhand goes in the line of the forehand. Raducanu on the stretch. Backhand now from Krejcikova's a winner. Uh-oh. Love 15. You're Australian. And? What, you're saying because I'm Australian I can't be Irish? Huh? Love 15. Love 15. Krejcikova was down match point. As we get a double fault from Raducanu. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As a return goes in the net by Krejcikova, 15-30. By the way, chat, let's just be honest. We are all citizens of the world. Right? We're citizens of Earth. The only thing that separates us is water and invisible lines, right? Made up by people that can draw maps. All right? We're all from the same floating rock in the middle of space. And when the aliens come and decide to fight us, we will all band together and defend Earth against the other worlds, whatever they are. I'll be an old man by then, but you will pick up the fight for me, and I will be at home watching the tennis. As that goes to net by Krejcikova, 30-0. I'll be too old to fight, but it'll be okay. We're in good hands. You got this. 30-0. As Raducanu serves. Will Smith will lead the way. I hope not. I hope they get a trained professional. Not an actor. That would be horrifying. Why would they send Will Smith out there? He's not qualified. What the hell? 4-4 round. Please send a professional, like a captain or a soldier or something. Don't send Will Smith. That's crazy. 40-30. Why is Sinner not playing Lever Cup? Because he's got other plans. $40-30. No aliens want to come here. Yeah, we got nothing interesting here. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve, Raducanu to get back the lead. As a backhand rally. Another one from Raducanu to the forehand of Krejcikova. Raducanu slice. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand lob. But, Krejcikova missed the volley. All right, 6-5. 6-5. 6-5. All right. 6-5. Raducanu leads again. Krejcikova's going to serve to go to a tiebreak. Ugh. All right. Raducanu 6-5. Krejcikova just stretching out her legs, by the way. She is feeling the pain today. All right. Here we go. Krejcikova serving to get to a tiebreak. Have you had your DNA analyzed? And I'm Irish. I keep saying that. Hello, I'm Irish. What do you think? I'm just saying for fun? What do you think? I just picked a random country and went, I'm from there now. That's Pat Raft is the assistant coach of Team World. Correct. All right. 6-5. Krejcikova serving to get to a tiebreak. First serve is a fault, second serve. Do I like Guinness? Sure. Has it a serve? Into the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand now from Krejcikova. Goes wide. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. We get a fault from Krejcikova. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Krejcikova forehand to the backhand slice of Raducanu. And then forehand goes wide by Krejcikova. Love 30. A lot of Irish went to Australia and more went to the US. Yeah. The ones that went to Australia didn't want to come here. Love 30. They got sent here because they were not allowed to stay, because they must have done they apparently they were criminals. That's the history. The Irish didn't come here willingly. In America, it was different. They went there and they set up shop and they loved it. But here, the Irish people didn't come to Australia on purpose. They were sent here. Those who were sent to Australia lucked out. I mean, depends who you ask. That was a fault, by the way. Second serve. As the return goes back into Krejcikova. Slice from Raducanu. Into the forehand of Krejcikova. Raducanu with a passing shot. Krejcikova volleys, but Raducanu gets it. And then Krejcikova with a drop volley winner. Beautiful volleys. from Krejcikova. 30-all. It's definitely not deuce. It's 30-all. The same I read about Canada. What happened to Canada? All right, 30-all. As Krejcikova serves. Into the forehand, Raducanu. Krejcikova backhand to the forehand again to Raducanu, but no. Krejcikova is going to challenge mid-point, so this is a very risky challenge. Because if this is in, Raducanu wins a point. And if it's in, it'll be match point. And it was out, so it's not. 40-30, good challenge. 40-30. By the way, horrible missed call. That was out by like this much. 40-30. Fault second serve. Second serve. It's a double fault, and we get back to deuce. All right, deuce. First there's a fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand, Raducanu. Return goes to forehand, Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand slice lob. Krejcikova smash. Raducanu puts up another lob. Krejcikova puts it down. No, Raducanu gets that back as well, but it goes long. Advantage Krejcikova. Thanks, Deb. Advantage Krejcikova to get to the tiebreak. All right. Krejcikova serves again. Raducanu hits it out on the return. Okay. Krejcikova gets to the tiebreak. Let's see who wins the tiebreak. Tell me in the chat who's going to win the tiebreak. Who you got winning the tiebreak? Who is going to win the tiebreak? I'm going to go Raducanu. All right. Raducanu has had a match point. Krejcikova, by the way, has been struggling physically. Second serve. As with a forehand rally. Now a slice in the net by Krejcikova. And it's 1-0 Raducanu. All right, 1-0 Raducanu. As Krejcikova serves the fault, second serve. As the return goes back into Krejcikova. Back in now from Raducanu to the slice of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand into the slice of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand again. Krejcikova slices it again as they go back into backhand. And then that eventually Krejcikova hits it out. 2-love, Raducanu. 2-0. Ooh. All right, 2-0. Krejcikova serves a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand, Raducanu. Forehand from Krejcikova. Raducanu on the stretch. Gets it. Krejcikova gets it back and hits a winner down the line. 2-1. Crazy shot by Krejcikova. Yeah. What you doing? All right. Raducanu. Still with the mini break 2-1. All right. As the return goes in the forehand of Raducanu. Slice from Krejcikova. Raducanu forehand cross court. Krejcikova gets it back. But hits it out. Very late call. And Krejcikova going to challenge. That was a very late call. But it was out. So it was the right call. 3-1. All right. Tsitsipas replaces Draper at the Six Kings Slam. As the return goes in the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Krejcikova. Win it down the line. Effortless power. All right, 3-2. We're back on serve. All right. Beautiful hitting Krejcikova. That forehand has been so good at times today. All right, serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. To the backhand rally. And that goes out by Krejcikova. They change ends. All right, 4-2. Raducanu. 4-2. Ah, 4-2. Four to two. Krejcikova serves again. fault. Second serve. Second serve. And as the backhand goes in the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand out from Krejcikova. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Krejcikova slice. Goes wide. 5-2 Raducanu. And she will serve to win the match and play Swiatek tomorrow. Double mini break. 5-2. By the way, Chad, after this, I'm going to have some whipped peanut butter. Chad, has anybody ever had whipped peanut butter? It tastes so weird. It's like fluffy peanut butter. It's crazy. It's like marshmallow peanut butter. It's weird. It's kind of good though, but it's weird. But you should try it. 5-2. Unless you're allergic, don't eat it if you're allergic. But if you're not allergic, definitely try it. It's like weird. It tastes alright, I think. 5-2. As Raducanu serves. In the forehand, Krejcikova hits a return winner. She's been doing that all day. What's peanut butter? Is that a serious question? 5-3. Really? Peanut butter is like peanuts and butter. It goes on toast. It's a spread. Sounds delicious. It is pretty. It tastes pretty good. All right, 4-4 rally. As Raducanu still got a mini break here, 5-3, but Krejcikova is making her work. As Krejcikova backhand cross court, Raducanu gets it, but hits it in the net. 5-4. We're back on serve. 5-4. We're back on serve. I forgot about that. Oh, that's all right. I'm more of a Nutella person. Oh, I love Nutella. Nutella is the greatest topping of all time. Fight me. I'll fight you. Nutella is the greatest. It is the goat of spreads. 5-4. As a return goes into the forehand of Krejcikova. Backhand, a passing shot from Raducanu is good, but Krejcikova volleys it. And then Raducanu tries the pass again, but Krejcikova volleys that one too. 5-5. Krejcikova's come alive. The crowd is stunned by how good at the net she was. It's crazy. I want someone to put together Cam's funniest video bits of the year. Yeah, I want someone to do that too, so it saves me having to do it. Does somebody want to nominate as tribute? Just put all the funniest parts of the channel into a video so I don't have to do it. 5-5. Obviously, you'll do it for free. Backhand rally. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. Forehand goes in from Krejcikova. Raducanu puts up a lob. But Krejcikova is going to put away the smash. And it's set point Krejcikova. What is this match? From 5-2 to 6-5. Hello? Hello? All right, 6-5. It's Raducanu's serve, though. She was up 5-2, Raducanu. Serve is an ace. Beautiful serve. All right, 6-6. They change ends. All right, 6-6. Six all. All right. She has already had a match point, by the way, Raducanu. Match point has been been had. Does that even make sense? Sure. 6-6. As Krejcikova, return goes long. Great serve from Raducanu, and she's got another match point, 7-6. But it's on Krejcikova's serve. And that was definitely in. Definitely a serve that was in. Two massive serves by Raducanu. Clutch. All right, Krejcikova to serve. Down match point again. Krejcikova serves. Match point, Raducanu. Krejcikova serves. The forehand Raducanu. Krejcikova forehand into the slice of Raducanu. And it's Krejcikova forehand again. Raducanu gets up with another slice. In comes Krejcikova, but it's in the net by Raducanu. And it's 7-all. 7-all. Seven all. 2 match points saved. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Serve in the forehand Raducanu. Krejcikova forehand into the forehand Raducanu. Lob goes up, but long. Krejcikova's got another set point. 8-7. 8-7. Krejcikova. But it's on Raducanu's serve again. Ugh. Raducanu serves. A let. Raducanu serves again. As the first serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand, Krejcikova back into Raducanu. No, Krejcikova hit it long on the return. 8-all. Umpire overruled it as well, which is interesting. 8-8. Another set point save. Cam needs to go to bed. Come on, hurry up. I'm sorry. What are you, my parents? Like, what are you talking about? It's 11:30 p.m. I'm an adult. I go to bed when I say I'm going to bed. I'm an adult. 8-all. I could stay up all night if I wanted to. I just don't want to. But I could. That's I'm making the decision. I don't have a bad time. I'm an adult. 8-all. As a return goes net by Krejcikova. 9-8. Raducanu. Match point number 3, but it's on Krejcikova's serve again. 9-8. Your wife's not going to be happy? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta bring her into it? It's got none of your business that she's going to get milk. 9-8. As a return goes in, the forehand Krejcikova. Forehand from Raducanu. Goes long. 9-all. They change ends again. 3 match points saved. She's just looking for the milk. It's very hard to find. It's hard, chat, you don't understand how hard it is to find milk in Australia these days. Just went to find milk. She'll be back. She'll come back soon. It's hard. It's hard. Milk's hard to find. She'll be back. All right, 9-9. Don't laugh. All right, 9-9. As Krejcikova serves again, 3 match points have been saved. As Krejcikova says the fault, second serve. Serve to the forward of Raducanu. Forward Krejcikova. Into the slice of Raducanu. Krejcikova. Drop shot. Raducanu puts up a lob. Oh, and Krejcikova just puts away the smash. All right, 10-9. Krejcikova. All right, serve again. Raducanu, set point number 3 for Krejcikova. Serve to the forward of Krejcikova. Return goes into the forward of Raducanu. Krejcikova passing shot. Raducanu volleys. Krejcikova backhand pass. Raducanu volleys. Krejcikova puts up a lob. Oh, and it went out. It just went out. 10-all. 10-10. Great hands at the net by Raducanu. And Krejcikova just missed the lob. Whew. All right, 10-all. Somebody want to win this match or set? Or yeah, somebody, anybody? This tiebreak's going for like 20 minutes. 10-all. Serve to the back of Krejcikova. Return the forward of Raducanu. Krejcikova backhand. Into the backhand of Raducanu. And Raducanu hits it long. She's got a challenge though. That looked long. That looked long. If that's out, it's set point Krejcikova. Oh, it's in! I can't see anything. I'm blind. We're going to replay the point. Wow. Terrible call by the lines person. I mean, what the hell? Krejcikova's like, what was that even? I mean, that was crazy. That was on the back of the line. I couldn't see it, so I understand. That's totally understandable. It's totally fair. Fair enough. They didn't see it either. Nobody could see it. All right, 10-10. First serve again. Now it's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault Raducanu. All right, 11-10. Krejcikova's got a set point on her serve to take us to a third set. $11-10. Serve to the forward of Raducanu. Return. The backhand Krejcikova. Backhand of Raducanu. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. It's been a forehand of Raducanu again. The backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand again. Now to the forehand of Krejcikova. In the back of Raducanu. Krejcikova in control. And Raducanu hits it wide. Wow. Krejcikova survives. We're going 3. Okay. 3 match points saved. A marathon tiebreak. And Krejcikova somehow keeps this match going. She was down 5-2 in the second. She was down 5-2 in the tiebreak. She'd say 3 match points. And now she's 1 set away from upsetting. Well, upsetting? I don't even know if it's an upset, but I guess it is, kind of. And then playing Swiatek. By the way, that second set was terrible quality. 34 errors by Krejcikova. 16 winners. 6 errors, 6 winners, 17 errors, Raducanu. So both players were not playing well. Raducanu won 4 more points and still lost. Tennis, am I right? All right. Here we go. And let's be honest, Swiatek is the winner right now. She's loving this. Krejcikova is so clutch. It's crazy. All right, let's see what happens in the final set. Let's see what happens. I left and Raducanu was up 5-2. Anything happened? Oh, no, you just missed like the entire thing. But that's fine. They don't call it Big Four Barbara for nothing. That's it. You're damn right. She can appear anytime, Big Four Barbara. Exactly. Exactly. All right. What's the time difference between Korea and Melbourne? Yeah, 1 hour. So it's currently 11 p.m. in Seoul. By the way, Chad, I've been to South Korea. Did you know that? I went to Seoul last year. I went there as part of my Asian tour. Asia swing. It sounds weird. It was just a holiday. It was great. It was a lovely place. It was very cold, but it was also December, so it made sense. And then I also went to the DMZ. Now, chat, when I went to Korea, right in the middle of political drama, I went when people were saying don't go. It was a sketchy time. But it was a little bit eerie, but it was good. And then I went to the DMZ and I looked over the border and I saw the hills of North Korea. True story. DMZ is a rap band. No, DMZ is a thing. It's the border between North and South Korea. The what is it? The demilitarization zone, where 2 kilometers, I think it's 10 kilometers. Was it 2 or 10? Maybe 10. No. North of the line, yeah, 2 kilometers north, 2 kilometers south. They're not allowed to fight. So that people don't. So I went into that zone. I didn't go into you can't go over the border, but I went into that area. It was a whole thing. It was very sketchy and it was very eerie and scary, but it was fun. It was not fun. It was interesting. It was interesting. I wouldn't say it was fun. It definitely wasn't fun. Very interesting. So yeah. So yeah, definitely worth going to see. Yeah, Krejcikova went to the bathroom. But she's coming back now. So yeah, so I went to South Korea. And then I went to Beijing. And Beijing was... I thought it was good. I thought... Chad, has anybody been to China? Let me know in the chat. Have you been to China? Have you been to China? Let me know in the chat if you've been to China. China's great. Yeah, I thought it was... people were lovely. I thought the people were lovely. The food was delicious. Been to Japan. Okay. That's not China, but Japan's cool. I love Japan too. I want to go back to Japan this year but I can't afford it. But I would love to. You've been to a Chinese restaurant. That's great. Definitely not what I said, but okay. You've been to China? Okay. A few people have been. Okay, cool. No to China? What? No, you've never been to China, or no, you would never go to China? China is very interesting. It's a very interesting place. I thought it was interesting. There's a few places that aren't like, you know, especially if you're from parts of the world, certain parts of the world, that you hear things on the news or you hear things in people get a bad rap. Like countries get a bad rap. And then you go to those places and realize, oh, actually, it's not that bad. Or at least it's not as bad as it sounds. And I feel like that was what going to China was like. It was like you hear all these things, but I've never listened to what other people think. I'm going to make my own mind up. And it was actually really great. It was really good. You should definitely make a part of your trip. I mean, I saw the Great Wall of China. Incredible. One of the most incredible things I've ever done in my life. Been to Japan 5 times? Damn. I want to go to Japan this year. If I don't go this year, I'll go next year. I just can't afford... I don't think I can afford to go this year, but maybe next year I'll go again. China, the country. I thought you meant where they sell crockery. No, you didn't. You were just making a joke. All right. Krejcikova serving first in the final set. All right. As with a forehand from Krejcikova. She hits a winner down the line, 30-15. Is Japan expensive? Depends where you go. It depends where you're from. As Krejcikova says, an ace down the tee, 40-15. All right. Krejcikova, another good serve. All right. And it's 1-love in the final set. Australia gets a bad rap in the media here. It's all about shark attacks, crocodiles, wildfires, but I felt safe enough when I went there. Yeah, Australia is not like that at all. Australia is not like that. Like, shark attacks, you rarely hear about them. or crocodiles. Wildfires happen once a year, maybe. Like once a year, like in December or February, like January, February usually. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, Australia is definitely not. Like, yes, we have spiders, and they're way more common in the house than normal places. Like, yes, there are definitely spiders around, right? There are spiders. They're deadly. Yes, you can see wild animals in, like, not far away from the town. But it's not that crazy. Crooks and sharks up north. Yeah, but even then, you don't hear much about it. All right. Raducanu serving. 15 love. By the way, Chad, this is actually turning out to be an epic, like I said in the preview. All right. 30 love. The return goes back in Raducanu. Back in now from Krejcikova in the net. 40 love. 40 love. $40 love. And it's a bit of let by Raducanu. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the net by Krejcikova, and it's 1-1 in the third. Arian.
Cam is Melbourne expensive. I mig go with family in December/January.
Yes. Thank you for the 5. Yes. Australia is expensive, yes. Yes. By the way, the person that just called Kazakhina a loser, back off. You back the hell up. 15 love. You lost that bet because, by the way, if you're betting on Kazakhina and you're losing and then you're blaming her, you're the problem, right? You shouldn't have picked her if she's a loser. She blew my parlay. You should have picked her then. That's on you. Also, Siniakova is dangerous. Like, you should know that. I asked you. Why would you ask me? I'm not an expert. Well, now you're asking me for advice? What do you want from me? I'm just an idiot on the internet. Don't ask anybody. But also, don't blame everybody. Make your own choices. You're an adult. 15 all. Backhand to forward rally. Then goes out by Krejcikova. 15-30. 15-30. $15.30. All right, forehand to backhand rally as Raducanu tries to get a break here early in this third, but Krejcikova hits a winner. 30-all. All right. Australia equals best country. False. 30-all. 30-all. If you think Australia's the best country, you haven't been to enough places. 30-all. For instance, Japan. Much better. Much better. London. Better. Probably somewhere in America. Canada's probably better. Well, I'm sorry, but it is true. And it's 40-30. Good serving. Did you get a chance to watch the DVDs yet? I did watch yes. London's not a country. Sorry, I meant England. England. The United Kingdom. Okay. Scotland. Is that better? Maybe north of the United. Go to Scotland. Oh, yeah, I watched Jackie Brown. It was good. I liked it. 40-30. But no, Australia, it doesn't equal best country. That is false. It's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst, but it's not the best. There are better countries, for sure. Such as London. Deuce. Krejcikova trying to keep the lead. Scotland is beautiful, yeah. I would love to live in Edinburgh. I would love to live there. That place looks awesome. I've been that place. It is awesome. I would love to live there. I think that would be a place that suits my mood. All right, deuce. The return goes in the forehand of Krejcikova. Oh, Krejcikova hits it in the net. Advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. To get the break. Going to Scotland on Saturday. Hey, nice. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve again. Into the forward of Raducanu. Return the back into Krejcikova. Raducanu slice. Into the slice to Krejcikova. There's Raducanu hits a forehand. Again to the forehand of Krejcikova. Slice Raducanu again. Krejcikova hits a backhand slice cross court. Raducanu's there. With the backhand. Krejcikova gets it back into the back of Raducanu. To the forehand of Krejcikova. Raducanu forehand again. There's Krejcikova. Again to the forehand of Raducanu. And then Krejcikova hits a winner down the line. And we get back to deuce. All right. We get back to deuce. Labour Cup starts on Friday. All right. Krejcikova serves a fault, second serve. Double fault, Krejcikova. All right. Raducanu to get the break. All right. First serve is fault, second serve. As the return goes in the backhand of Krejcikova. Backhand out from Raducanu. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. Raducanu backhand. Goes long. We're back to deuce. Deuce. As Krejcikova hits a winner, and it's advantage Krejcikova to take back the lead. Advantage Krejcikova. As Krejcikova hits a winner. By the way, Raducanu in that game started to really slow down. She wasn't running for everything. I think both players getting a little tired out there. Winner plays Swiatek tomorrow. Cool. Well, Rachel, where was the 300 likes? Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. I like it, Chad. It's cold here. I don't know why it's so cold here today. Got real chilly all of a sudden in Melbourne. Any other matches today? No. I think this is the last match of the day. Yeah, this is the final match of the day. Remember, Raducanu did have 3 match points in the second set. The crowd was so pro Emma, but after the Titanic effect from Barbie, they have gotten behind her now. Yeah, by the way, credit to the crowd. The crowd has been very good. Been very good. Head-to-head between these two. They've never played. First time match up. All right. Love 15. As that goes out by Raducanu, and it's love 30. Chance for Krejcikova to get the break here. Final set. Oh, God, Chad, I am struggling. As that goes down the line and out by Krejcikova, 15-30. All right, 15-30. As we're back and slice from Krejcikova. Forehand now sliced into the back of Raducanu. Krejcikova backhand at the forehand of Raducanu. And Raducanu hits it long. 15-40. 15-40. Krejcikova. Krejcikova to take the break. Final set. Second serve. To the back end of Krejcikova. Forehand of Raducanu. Into the forehand of Krejcikova, who hits a winner. There's the break. 3-1. Krejcikova final set. All right. All right. All right. 3-1 Krejcikova. When is joint versus Townsend? Tomorrow. As Krejcikova hits a lovely volley winner. And it's 15-love. Big four Barbara things, I know, right? Madness. How does she keep getting away with this? It feels like it's going one way now. Yeah, it feels like Krejcikova's got the momentum. As the return goes in net by Raducanu, 30-love. I tell you though, this sucks for Swiatek. This sucks. Actually, no, it doesn't suck. It's not that bad because you're playing. If it is Krejcikova, you're going to play a player who's going to be probably tired or hurt because Krejcikova has got. Seems like she's got a hip injury or a hip issue, but you'd rather play Raducanu. Like you would rather play Raducanu if you're Swiatek. As we back and rally slice. Goes in the corner of Krejcikova. Slice from Raducanu goes wide. 40-love. 40-love. $40-love. The default second serve. Serve again. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Krejcikova backhand off the tape. As Raducanu hits a drop shot in the net. It's 4-1. Krejcikova final set. All right. Raducanu matches up better against Sabalenka than Swiatek. Yeah, I mean, yeah, historically for sure. She's had better contests against Sabalenka. Some ladies have no clutch in them. Should not be 8th seed. Oh my God. I think what you meant to say was that Krejcikova should be seeded. And the fact that Krejcikova is not seeded that's the shock. Not that Raducanu is the 8th seed and that's a surprise. Raducanu's had a good year. I mean, Kenin was the 7th seed. Krejcikova should be seeded. You know, Hadajmaya was the 6th seed, right? I mean, it's not Raducanu. Raducanu's had a better year than all of those players. Krejcikova shouldn't be unseeded. That is the strange thing. It's got nothing to do with Raducanu's just got a shit draw. Like, this is a bad draw. She's had a good year. Just playing against tough players early in tournaments. Krejcikova shouldn't be unseeded. That's what's weird. It's 33 versus 39 in the rankings. Like, that's how close these two are in the rankings. And that's why we're getting a match that's this close. Again, Raducanu and Krejcikova, they're both evenly matched, obviously. Look at the score. All right, love 15. Raducanu's just running out of gas now. She's completely faded. But, no, Krejcikova, it was a shock to see Krejcikova getting beaten so easily. That was the surprise. This match now is like, oh yeah, well, this is what we expect. This kind of epic 3-hour contest. All right, 15-0. As a return goes nowhere. 30-15. 30-15. Also, there is no such thing as shouldn't be seeded. The seedings are 100% based on the ranking. Exactly. There's a bit of let from Raducanu. By the way, if I have a look at the rankings, I wonder if Raducanu wasn't playing, would Krejcikova be the highest unseeded player? I think she is, right? So yeah, I think Krejcikova, had Raducanu not accepted a wild card here, Krejcikova would have been the 8th seed. So that's what we're talking about, like this close. Like, that's how close these two are in the rankings. They're like, if one had pulled out, the other one would have been seeded. I'm just having a look. So there was no Vondi, no Kessler, no Lynette in this tournament. No Wong. Shrimkova, did she play? No. So yeah, we're talking about if Raducanu withdraws or doesn't play, Krejcikova is number 8 seed. So again, it's like, just a terrible draw. Just a shit draw for Raducanu. And for Krejcikova, because she got to play Swiatek. So it's a stacked draw. We knew it from the start. We saw it when it came out. We talked about the top draw being super, super stacked. And this is why. All right, 30-40. Krejcikova to get the double break and serve the match. And Raducanu serves a fault. Second serve. All right, 30-40. Serve again. There's a backhand return, goes back into Raducanu, back into Krejcikova. Into the backhand Raducanu. Raducanu, it's a wide. Krejcikova is going to serve for the match. 5-1. 5-1. I mean, too good. Krejcikova is too good. Once Raducanu lost those opportunities, she hasn't really had a... I mean, she was at 1-1. There was a little opportunity for Raducanu in this final set, but after that, it's just been all Krejcikova. And the disappointment of having a lead and having match points and not taking it, and also the fact that Krejcikova coming back from a set down and a match points, she's done it before. I mean, this has been... I'd say this has been epic. It's been an epic match. And now, the winner plays Swiatek. Surprise, happy birthday. 15 love. As Krejcikova serves again. And Krejcikova double faults. 15-0. Krejcikova serves again. As the return goes in and Krejcikova puts it away. 30-15. Serve again. And Raducanu hits a wide on the return. All right, Krejcikova gets the match point. What a comeback. What a comeback. And if she hadn't done it at the US Open, we would have been more surprised. But Krejcikova, ridiculous. Match points. And an ace to finish. Krejcikova does it again. Big for Barbara. She was horrendous until she wasn't. Disappointing for Raducanu. She's going to have to take some time to get over that one. That was a rough... losing with match points sucks. And now Krejcikova is going to take on Swiatek, and that sucks for Swiatek because Krejcikova is a nightmare. She is a nightmare. All right. GG's. Krejcikova is going to play Swiatek in the quarterfinals tomorrow. We're going to stick around for like 3 minutes and then I'm getting the hell out of here. Not because I don't want to talk to you, but also I need to get some... I'm tired. I'm falling apart over here. All right. Swiatek versus Krejcikova. Will you cover it? Of course. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No worries. If you are leaving, don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to donate $50. Please don't do that. I'm just kidding. Also, don't forget to donate. Everybody's going to put money in the jar on the way out. Don't forget. God, can you imagine? You'd never come back. Krejcikova was down 6-4, 5-2. Yep, and match points. We cover Laver Cup? Yeah, we'll cover a bit of Laver Cup. You just won $1,500? Hey, congratulations to you. And you are the champion, my friend. So now you have to share it with the class. $1 for everybody in the chat. $2 for everybody in the chat. That's $1,500. 700 people here. $2 each. There you go. Share it with the chat. Love that. Thank you. You're very generous. Go buy yourself something pretty. Go like a hat or something. Hard work for Raducanu right now, right to the end. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to move past. Yeah. It's crazy how matches Krejcikova has won this year after fighting for match points. Yeah, is that like a third match point saving win? I think so. Maybe, or fourth? Third or fourth? She's making a habit of it. Are we still trying to give Raducanu credit for not being able to beat a top 40 player? Anthony, do you know anything about tennis? Hello? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, number 39 in the world is some random player. Never heard of Krejcikova in my life. What are you talking about? So you just don't think Krejcikova is a good player? She's won 2 Grand Slams. She can beat Swiatek and Sabalenka. Like she's just not good. So Raducanu not losing this match is a bad beat. Yeah, okay, the way she lost is bad. But you think losing to Krejcikova is bad? Is that what are you doing? Nothing wrong with losing to Krejcikova. Yeah, not one of the toughest players to play in any rounds, exactly. No big deal. Krejcikova is better than Coco. Whoa. Just relax. Just relax. Emma's a bottom feeder. Why do everybody who loses money on Raducanu blame her for your loss? It's your fault. Everybody who bet money, do not come to the chat and cry. All right? We are not here. We do not care if you lost money on Raducanu. All right? It's got nothing to do with her. It's got nothing to do with just don't even be here for that. We don't want you here for that. Wipe your tears and move on. She's technically better than Coco for sure. What? Krejcikova's better than Gauff? How? Besides, they both got 2 slams. They've both been number 2 in the world. Has Gauff got more titles? I'm pretty sure. Coco's like is Krejcikova better than Gauff? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Gauff is better than Krejcikova. Gauff's got 10 titles, 2 Grand Slams, and won the WTA Finals. Semi-finals of Australia as well. Has Krejcikova got a better record than that? 8 titles, quarterfinals of every slam, 2 Grand Slam titles, semi-finals of WTA Finals. Definitely better doubles player for sure. It's pretty close. Gauff's won 267 matches and won 12 losses. Also, Krejcikova's got 8 years on Coco. Like 8 extra years of play. So, I mean, Gauff's got plenty of time to catch up if she's behind, but I don't think she is. I think Coco's better. I think Coco's ahead. Why are we talking about Gauff? Because somebody said Krejcikova is better than Gauff, and I was just asking if that's true and trying to find out if that's true. It doesn't seem like it's true. Somebody asked the question. How does anything come up on these streams? Somebody asked. By the way, it's been 7 minutes, and I was supposed to leave 4 minutes ago. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. Raducanu, Krejcikova, it was as good as we thought, and it went for nearly 3 hours. Swiatek will play Krejcikova tomorrow. Be there or don't be there. But if you're not there, then don't cry when you missed it, because it's going to be great. I'll see you then.